Why didn't someone tell me that I needed to freeze my credit files at all the bureaus to prevent identity theft? That how I was eating would lead to a horrible disease? That just getting married didn't mean I could kick back and stop putting work into the relationship? Why didn't someone tell me? Well, if you don't want to end up like broke, ill, lonely, whiny Kevin here, I've got some good news for you. Someone, in addition to me, is ready to teach you how to avoid these horrible life outcomes. And in this video, I'll tell you exactly who they are and where to find them. Hi, I'm Kevin Mepham. I'm 63, and for 17 years and counting, I've been obsessed with figuring out how you and I can build lives that thrive in every way as we age and right now. Welcome to Thrivespan. So yeah, when we were young, we thought our parents would teach us all of the necessary life skills to avoid all the bad outcomes before we left the house. Or maybe our schools would before we graduated. To be so young and naive. But that's okay, because we've got the internet now. Anything you realize that you need to learn, you can learn just like that. How to change a tire, tie a bow tie, do a back squat, make Instant Pot chicken korma. You've gotten pretty good, I figure, at using Google or YouTube reactively like that. When you realize you need to know something, know it before you need it. But that's not the problem, is it? No. The problem is what you didn't know that you needed to know, that you didn't find out that you needed to know until it was too late. You've already been defrauded, you've got an irreversible chronic health condition, your relationship is in shambles. In other words, we're talking about the stuff that you needed to study in advance so that you could have prepared for and prevented the bad outcomes. That's the problem. Study. Turns out that if you want to build a thriving life and avoid a non-thriving life, study never stops. School is never out. I'm not talking about the local community college. I'm talking about the school of you. Your own personal life education program. All the stuff you didn't get told by your parents, by your school. Or if you did, it just went in one year and out the other because it didn't matter. Now it does. Okay? So now you need to proactively and continually educate yourself on all of the things you need to do to structure your life for success, for thriving, to bulletproof it before the issues hit. Now, okay, school, study, who are your teachers? Where are your textbooks? They are, yes, books. Not just any books though, but books that give you a comprehensive, actionable system for, I don't want to say optimize, but for creating success in a particular area of your life. And I've got 4 of them for you right here. The first, and you'll be hearing this one from me a lot, Outlive by Dr. Peter Attia, the modern Bible for living better longer. This is a well-researched, unbiased, thorough, and yet remarkably readable book on the 4 big things that'll kill you and the 3 big things you need to do to hold those 4 things at bay. This is fundamental for health, health span, wellness, longevity. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Fantastic personal finance book. There are any number of good personal finance books out there. The reason I like this one is because when he says rich, he's not just talking about the societal definition of rich. He wants you to figure out what would be a rich life for you, what matters to you, not to other people, to you. And then make this system that he teaches you work towards getting that kind of a rich life. That's what I like, something that is designed for you. So, great book. This is your textbook 101 for personal finance. The 7 Principles of Making Marriage Work by John Gottman. Now, John and Julie Gottman are the preeminent researchers, scientists on relationships, good and bad. And this book collects the 7 biggest learnings that they've had from decades of research on what it takes to make a good relationship. It says marriage, but it applies to any of your close relationships. Yes, your spouse or your partner, but also your family, close friends. Follow these 7 principles and you will have a much happier relationship life. And that matters a lot. And the last book is a little bit different. This is not a book on one topic. This is a book on 5. This is The 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom. And this is about time wealth, social wealth, mental wealth, physical wealth, and yes, financial wealth, similar to how Ramit Sethi applies that. Financial wealth is what matters to you, but this is a system for aligning your life in all 5 ways. Very actionable, full of questionnaires to help figure out what matters to you and what things are working for you and which ones aren't, and therefore which things you need to work on. This will work for years as a program for improving your life if you just took this one book. So, there you go. 4 teachers, 4 textbooks, call to action, because there always is a call to action, because we are all about action. That's how you build a thriving life. You act. Pick one. 5 Types of Wealth, 7 Principles of Making Marriage Work, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Outlive. Buy it, bring it home, start reading it, find something in there that you realize you need to work on, and start taking your first actions. And if you want a taste of what Dr. Peter Attia thinks will kill you, watch this video and meet the 4 horsemen. Well, thanks for sticking with me. Thrive now for life.